versus 0-3. Will current form hold? We'll find out as we're off in Week 4. Taken from about the 12. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Here comes the Los Angeles offense and the man in charge of it in his second season with the team, 14th overall in what's been an impressive career, Matthew Stafford.
And it's funny how we always talk about how analytics are starting to creep into the game. One analytic that's been there for a long time, teams that start 0-3 usually don't make the playoffs. So we know one quarterback today that's determined to end that slide right now. It's not impossible, but this is a must-win for him and his team.
And a pretty little juke move there on a nice game. The numbers for Jones last week, 15 carries, 57 yards, and a touchdown as well.
They've lost a bunch of games in a row now. They've got to start thinking a little bit differently, maybe a little bit outside of the box. Find other ways to move the football. I don't know if you're going to do it through the air or maybe change up how you establish your run game.
A good gain on first. Has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. They'll go again to Jones. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And that leaves them at 3rd and 1. But just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it with Jones. No gain on the play there. Nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. 4th down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. This is taken at the 18. It's a 42-yard punt, but 8 on the return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. And here's Trey Lance leading this 49er offense onto the field. Some very big expectations for the second-year signal caller. Off of play action, here's Lance. Firing quickly. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now a former 6th-round pick. It's Elijah Mitchell. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
That's caught. He finds Danny Gray. And he is going to have a Niners 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that wasn't the first option.
No, it came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag. Completed it very well.
1st down, here's Mitchell. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4 on 2nd down. The numbers last week for Mitchell. There isn't a coach alive who wouldn't like those numbers. Well over 100 yards and a touchdown, too.
Partner, I think all the coaches who are in that great coaching box in the sky would take those numbers.
So dead or alive?
Either way, they would take that kind of production.
And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. And the Rams will take over possession here up at the 44. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Well, this defense for the Niners, they were terrific last week in the win over Denver.
And that's not the half of it. They forced 7 turnovers in that game. And I know we always talk about turnovers coming in bunches once you force the first one. But 7? That seems almost impossible, but we watched it happen.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and now that sets up 3rd and 2.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
And Jones is not going to have the first down as they stop him short. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. They'll run it with Jones. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. How about them biting off 15 yards there on the 4th down attempt and keeping the drive alive? Good spot on the field to go for it, kind of no man's land as they call it, and it worked out.
Yeah, they call it no man's land because your punter is telling you it's too short. I'm just going to punt it into the end zone. Your field goal kicker might give you a little raised eyebrow, might be too far for the field goal, so it gives you a great chance to go for it. Personally, if you have those tendencies to be aggressive as a head coach, you kind of like this spot because it gives you the decision to go ahead and go for it when you want to anyway.
Stafford's throw caught by Higgins. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. These Rams and Niners met 3 times a season ago. The Niners had the Rams number in the regular season, winning 31-10 in Santa Clara, and then again 27-24 in overtime in the season's final week. But the Rams got the last laugh in the NFC Championship game with that 20-17 victory. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping it for a loss.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. Toward the sideline, it's complete, an athletic grab, but still well short of the first. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there. 4th down, and we go from one Matt to another. Stafford heads off. Matt Gay gets set for the Rams field goal. And Gay knocks this one through. And the Rams have the first points here. It's 3-0. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach turned. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their second drive. Their second drive here of the ballgame, Charles. Remember last time they threw the interception, but the defense held up. It bent a little but didn't break, only giving up the 3 points.
Yeah, obviously they left some points on the table there the last time out, but boy, they have to thank their defense for holding the opposition just 3 after they threw the pick. Their turn now. Back out on the field, put together a good drive, and get some points of their own.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Lance going to throw. And that'll be incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
And they fake the handoff. Now Lance. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And the Rams are going to take possession of the football. So the ball changing hands on the interception. But meanwhile here, we do have an injury on the play. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Here's Stafford. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. The Rams with the football here to begin the second quarter. They had great starting position to begin the drive, and now they look up at a 3rd and 5. Flushed out right. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Well, we knew this guy wasn't especially fleet of foot, but he tried to conjure up some escapability, but there was no way he was getting away on that one.
That's on target, but it's no good. He had it on line, but it came up just shy of the crossbar, and that will keep this a 3-point game.
Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. On second down, here's Mitchell.
And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. That one a first down pickup of 8.
The Niners at 3-0 here in the month of September. And they coming on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
2 minutes gone by, second quarter.
A shotgun handoff to Mitchell.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 13 yards there and a Niner first.
On first down, they go back to Mitchell.
And he's going to get this one down inside the 15.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Once again, it's Mitchell.
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
And Lance now to throw. Right side, and he finds Gray.
The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it's second down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch,
and he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco.
Elijah Mitchell with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Niners have taken the lead.
The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. So that drive in total 8 plays. And the capper that put it in the end zone, a run of 8 yards.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice.
Jones hit and the ball's out. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And maybe that one caused by the weather. Of course, the rain coming down. Charles, can you maybe, when you're carrying that football, grip it too tight in the rain?
I think that you can, and it's such a delicate balance, too, because when you grip it so tight, sometimes it'll slip out from your body. You squeeze it too hard, and it'll pop out on its own. I've actually had running backs talk to me about that when they've tried too hard, even in perfect conditions, the ball gets away from them. They've got to find that good balance, carrying it firmly, yet at the same time under control.
And here he'll get it down to the 6
7. 62 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half. 4 yards to go on second down from the 7. Up the middle, here's Mitchell.
And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. The Niners on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3.
Lance looking to throw it.
And it's caught.
And the 49ers are going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2.
You have to be aware defensively that you've got 2 goals because obviously you're trying to prevent the touchdown, but you're also trying to keep it from getting a 1st down as well.
And across the goal line into the end zone. Touchdown 49ers.
Ty Davis-Price.
His 2nd touchdown on the season as his guys are able to extend their lead. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. The drive summary that time, 5 plays.
And it was the rookie, Ty Davis-Price, finishing things off with a touchdown. This will be fielded inside the 5.
And he's going to be out of bounds here as the run back will leave him shy of the 20-yard line. And the Rams now coming out on the field.
And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness. Maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down.
Jefferson really grew into the deep threat LA needed as it ramped up its passing attack, averaging a cool 16 yards per catch. One of the best marks in the league and helping the Rams earn a ring. Back at it again in 2022, picking up a 1st down with a big play.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Going to get a break here for an injury. Aaron Jones is in some discomfort down on the field. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
On 1st and 10, Stafford. Open man, Higbee, the tight end.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Stafford. Being chased out left. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Charvarius Ward.
And the Niners are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
So 3rd down, and defensively, the Rams have added 2 extra DBs.
Here's Lance to throw it.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Taylor Rapp with a pick. And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown.
You think you're going into halftime with a good-sized lead. Not so fast. That pick 6 really changes the complexion. Probably also changes the halftime speech.
No doubt about it. Instead of going in relaxed, you're probably a little more uptight right now. Probably a little bit angry. Let's see if they get their focus back.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that makes it a 14-10 ball game. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
This is taken just shy of the 10. This offense and Elijah Mitchell coming back onto the field now.
First month of the season, those numbers pretty solid. Does he continue that?
I think so, because when you come out of the gate this strong, that means that you have planned for it and you like the results that you're getting. So I wouldn't have any doubt that the head coach, offensive coordinator, actually called him in and said, look, you're our guy, okay? We're going to continue to stick with this as long as we're winning games. You ready for the challenge? And then they presented it to the rest of the team. I think we'll see plenty of that as the season moves on.
And I'm sure he said challenge accepted. Now here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as he'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
To throw, it's Lance. Able to find Gray here. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
They're going to hurry back to the line now.
Play action, now it's Lance.
Rolling to his left.
Looking for Gray and finding him once again.
This is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams 39.
Again, it's Lance.
Eluding the pressure right. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
Throwing now is Lance.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Taylor Rapp with a pick. And the Rams are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. When I saw the pressure coming at him, that just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. To throw again on second down, Stafford.
And he's got this to Jefferson. And he will have a first down here as they get into field goal range, down just shy of the 20.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Gay's kick is good. And the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13.
Well, still some climbing left to do to get back to even, but forcing a turnover and getting the field goal there, that's a small step toward erasing the early deficit.
Absolutely. That interception field goal, that's the beginning of what they hope will be several steps towards erasing that deficit and building a lead of their own by the time this game is over.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
And they'll have time for one play. There's 2 seconds on the clock.
He's going to float this one deep right side.
Well, the corner gets a hand on it, but he still makes the play.
So a very tight first half.
And we'll jump right over halftime and keep the game going here in Week 4. Second half kickoff, ready to go.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter.
This is taken just shy of the 10. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30. Trey Lance leading his offense out for this next drive.
Any surprise in your mind he's out there to start the second half after 4 first-half interceptions?
It's to be surprised about a lot of things, partner, but in this case I'm not, because you know they want him to be their guy. And the only way to truly establish that is to give him a chance to work through some of the issues he had in the first half.
And he'll work this one up to about the 38. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Right back to Mitchell here. And to the 42-yard line here. Going down there. 74 yards rushing now for Mitchell. He's got a first down. Throwing on first down is Lance. That's complete. It's Kyle Juszczyk. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
Good short hands there from a guy not accustomed to catching a whole lot of passes. But how about the way he was able to pull that one in and pick up good yardage?
They run the option here on 1st and 10.
And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
On play action, Lance.
And that is incomplete.
So it looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But this defense gets 2 more stops. They can keep them out of that area.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
That play call wasn't there for them against that coverage. So they're going to spin the dial now in their playbook and come up with one more shot at the marker to try and keep this series going.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he will not make it to that imaginary yellow line as they get him to the ground at about the 23. That'll go for a gain of 7. And that's going to make it 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out.
They run over center with Mitchell.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
From the gun, a give to Mitchell.
And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. The Rams calling on their nickel set here defensively for 3rd down.
Now Lance.
And that is incomplete. The LA defense up to snuff in coverage there. Pushes this to 4th down.
4th down field goal try coming, so Lance is off, and on comes Robbie Gould.
And he missed it. It's no good. And this is going to remain a 1-point game.
Boy, that's 3 points you really expect to have. That's nothing more than a lack of concentration to me because an NFL should make this kick in his sleep.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They'll try and get the running game going with Jones.
And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. On 3rd down, here's Jones. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
There are a lot of different formulas to winning football, but one constant over the years, winning on 3rd down. That pickup there was big because they'd struggled throughout this one.
Here's a pass, and he loses the football a 2nd time. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
I don't care what the scoreboard says, partner. You know who's winning this game right now?
Mother Nature?
Yes, indeed. Precipitation's winning in a big way. Sloppy, sloppy. all these turnovers right now?
Yeah, well, this was the forecast. We got what was forecasted, and we've gotten a lot of turnovers.
And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's second down.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Throwing is Garoppolo on third down. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on third down. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this is going to remain a 1-point. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about, what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. Gain of just 1. Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Marked that down for a win in the defense's column.
Stafford on third down.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
Has a pretty good throw on the curl route there. Third down, and they pick up a first.
Defense should be aware for that, right?
They should be aware, but it was so hard sometimes.
Yeah, it's not easy.
Because when they sell that route really well, you think they're going upfield, and they curl back, show their numbers to the quarterback, and complete the play.
Now a first down carry by Jones. Always got some breathing room. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
61 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play. Back now here in Santa Clara. This one's still anybody's ball game. It's a 1-point difference here as we begin the fourth quarter of play. Off of play action. Here's Stafford.
This one swung out here to Joe.
And oh my goodness, he loses it again.
All these years we've been watching the game, I started to get the sense that whenever it rains out, those guys have to touch the ball and carry it. They're extremely resentful about that weather.
Yeah, I'm just happy I'm not resentful that we have a roof over our heads. I know that much.
Yeah, maybe we won't fumble our play sheets here as we just saw the fumble happen on the field.
And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25.
Now Lance on the bootleg.
Steps away. Gets this one to Juszczyk. Short completion, just 4 yards. And that will bring up 3rd and 1.
And that's why you do all the drills that you do from the quarterback position, because you're not going to just throw to your strength. The right-handed quarterback naturally will want to move to the right side to throw the football. But sometimes you've got to go left, and that's exactly what happened on that play. Forced to his left, still able to accurately throw it downfield for completion.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Another run with Mitchell. And he's going to have a Niners first down as he's able to get this up past the 40.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down,
He's the guy they've turned to, and it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time, and a first down. On the handoff, Mitchell. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. Good gain there on first down and keeps him in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively.
And they'll try and run the option to pick it up.
He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just...
I'll tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react, even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL. They're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
Ernest Jones there for the tackle.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
A give here to Mitchell.
And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. A good run as he works his way for 9 that time, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and just a few inches.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
They'll try and run for it. This is Juszczyk.
And he is going to have a 49ers first down, maybe by about a yard as they find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
I know this game's winding down and people are getting tired, and that's when you really want a big body guy running the football. But I have to tell you, watching him run it, I wonder why they don't use him more earlier in the game.
Yeah, those bigger guys here late in the game, you're trying to protect the lead. Usually not as fumble prone either.
No, that is so true because they are taught. Take care of the ball as you surge forward, and you often see them with both hands wrapped around it when they go through the line.
Right back to Mitchell on 2nd down.
And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. Now the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Lance to throw on 3rd and 1.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
They'll send one of those 2 tight ends in motion. On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that. But by about the width of his shoelace, they convert on 4th down. 4th quarter, 2 minutes on the clock, in a tight 1-point game. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and goal as they search for what could be a game-sealing touchdown. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
They'll run with Davis Price.
And this time he is in.
Ty Davis Price
With his 2nd touchdown of the night.
and the 49ers are able to build on to their 4th quarter lead.
They do tack on the extra point as well, and that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie it.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. From the 10. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. So now Stafford and the Rams down 21-13, a minute 55 remaining. A fourth straight defeat looming on the horizon, barring a comeback here as they've got it with a first down. Stafford. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Stafford now to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that's caught inside the 35. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Ooh, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Now Stafford. It's complete to Robinson. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Now it's Stafford. Got his tight end. That's complete. That's Hopkins. Stafford barking out signals and trying to get his guys set quickly. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. First down marker at the 5. It's 2nd and goal. He's back to throw. Throw right side, pulled in by Higgins. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. And now they're in the hurry-up. Back to throw. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out.
Illegal touching. Offense.
Late game, that hurts. Take the touchdown off the board.
No doubt about it, and this is where you make a great movie scene, right? Go in, rally the team. Okay, we lost points there. Let's get it back and go out and score again. Can he get it done?
Desperation time for Stafford on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that will force a turnover on downs. On the quick handoff, it's Juszczyk. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. That one looks like he'll throw here. He's going to float this over the middle deep. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end. But now this game is over. So the victory here for San Francisco, and it was their defense that really made the statement.